Welcome to the Crown Week 10 update. I've started this week's update quite a bit further back from the building this week, just so that you can see the front elevation where we've been able to get the tiles back on about 2/3 of the front roof. All of that is now watertight, the membrane's on. You can see the gable wall and the parapet wall has been completely rebuilt, as you've been seeing from the inside over the last couple of weeks. At the back, the stairwell extension has been more or less built up. The blockwork is at height, and you'll see that in a little bit. The tilers will be back in a couple of weeks' time once the roof structure is ready to go on the back, and they will then build that structure and put the tiles on the front and the remaining third of the front, so that then we're completely watertight and we can work our way down. As we go in now, you'll be able to see all the progress. We've now got rooms formed on each floor and some really good progress inside. So come on in, take a look and see how we've been getting on for the last week or so. We're now up on the top floor again, so if you have a look, the rear elevation has got all the tiles on as before. The first set of stud walls is going up, so we can now see the very end bedroom being formed space-wise. And then if we come here as well, if we look up, you'll be able to see that the tiles that you've seen at the beginning of the video, the tiles are now on most of the front elevation, just this, the hip gable piece that comes out, and the last sort of third of the building. But apart from that, we're making really good progress on this floor again. And if we just come up the other end, you can see most of the chipboard floors down now. So we're pretty much there with the flooring. The last few windows, which will go in about a week's time, they're all on site here, ready to go. And then again, as we come through this end, again, we can see all the roof tiles on at this end. Still got a couple of resident pigeons. Flooring all down here, but there's not a lot of point going any further this way because we've got to do things with the walls and stuff. So I hope you've enjoyed this update. We're making really great progress. Tune in next week to see more. So this now is the first floor. We're at the left-hand side of the building if you were to be looking at it from the outside. So we've got bedrooms here, we've got the communal kitchen area which will be behind us. It's a Friday afternoon, so everything's getting set ready for Monday. So the blocks here, they're going to start building up the block wall. The installation, all of this was more or less boarded last week, so you can see. The steel that had failed across here, you can see, has now come out. So we've now got the good steel that we're happy to leave in, but the old steel that we've pointed out a couple of times, that's now come out. Team of people to take that out. Come on to the temporary walkways, and you can see we're still kind of where we are from last week, where we've got all of the rooms set out here. You can start to see sort of the shape of where the landing's going to be. So this staircase will go. We can't take this out for a few weeks yet, because until the new staircase is in and fitted properly into the extended stairwell, this is still being used for access up to the first floor. So we can't take this out until the other staircase is properly fitted, and that's been measured next week, and then it'll be probably 2 to 3 weeks from there. If we come out onto the roof now, you can see we've got a lovely sunny day, and we've got brickies working hard. They're up to the top level now with the blockwork. They're doing the outside skin of bricks. So by sort of early part of next week, that's going to be finished. Then the roof structure goes on, and then the tilers come back to put all the tiles back on. So a couple of weeks from now, we'll have a nice new roof on the back end there. We can see a lovely, tidy site, as always. So very pleased with that. And then if you look down there, we've got the old crest, which has been put together. If you haven't seen last week's video, the 3D sort of scanning of it is really interesting. And we're going to see what we can do with that. With the pieces that have been taken out of there, whether we can use them in some way as a feature. We've got a couple of ideas, we're not sure yet. Now let's go upstairs and see what's happening on the top floor. So just come inside from the front door now, and you can see on the ground floor, on top of the nice smooth floor that we talked about last week, all the studs have gone up, and we've started to get a lot of the boarding and the insulation, the metal frame on the outside, as we've done with the last couple of weeks on the top floors. So this is good now. We can see these lovely big rooms starting to take shape. The waste pipes for the en-suites. If we come through this way, we can see the same sort of thing. So again, we can start to really now get a feel of some of these are some of the really big rooms in this project. And then we've got the old front door here, which is going to be cleaned up, repainted, fitted back, bolted shut, and then built over. So you won't actually be able to get into the old entrance, but we wanted to keep the original door, do it justice by refurbishing it, repairing it, but so that from the outside, everything looks as it was before. Just come into the back section here. This is the old toilet block, and you can see the extensive repairs to the timbers that have been made here. So all of these pretty much have been braced with new timbers, bolted in, new floorboards on the top, and then the chipboard flooring put on top of that there. So as we go through to the other end of the building, we see this is the bit that's blocked off a couple of weeks ago. This, you can't really see very much here, but if we creep in here, this is the new footwell that's being built up. So this is where the stairs will be and the main access to the top 2 floors. Down there to the basement, which is lovely and dry. And then if we come around here, we've got the same sort of thing as before. We've got basically all the materials. Everybody's having a good sweep up, tidy up, ready, so that Monday morning the site is good and ready for another week's hard work.